Nagy and Perloff, weekday mornings 6 to 10 on WSKO Syracuse, a Cumulus Media station. The voice of the Central New York sports fan, The Score, 1260. Welcome to your home for local sports in Syracuse. Outside the Box Score with Mark Rowlands starts right now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Outside the Box Score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on The Score 1260. If you're watching the stream, you probably noticed he's back after a brief hiatus last week. Josh Boheim.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mark. It is ironic that as I've moved closer to the studio, I've become less and less available.
Well, last week you were technically available.
What was I doing last week?
It's on Friday night, you were at Turning Stone until 3 in the morning.
Well, I didn't have a car of my own to get back. It was a whole
you
thing.
didn't?
No,
okay.
no.
Yeah, it was. That was one of the funnier Snapchats I've ever woken up to. Is I wake up and Josh snapped me, and you put the time on there, and it was like 3:38. He says, "I'm a game time decision for the show, Marky." You know what? Fair.
They ate me up and spit me out. I'll tell you what.
Bad night?
Yeah, I'll tell you more off there.
All right. Bad night. But you got a chance to make some of it back today because it's one of the best betting days of the year.
Oh, yeah.
I know Pat's looking forward to us talking about this. It is Derby Day.
Mark, I told you before the show, I have gone full into this. I have done more research about this Kentucky Derby. I mean, work yesterday was a solid hour of just looking at horses. It's a slow day in the office. So if you ever wonder what SU looks like on a Friday in the summer, or these are near the summer, it's dead. So not a lot of people there. And boy, was I looking up the ponies. I got stats. I got knowledge. I'm ready to go.
I was trying to get like a horse guy to come on the show. I don't think we need one. We've got our own. We've got two because we got Pat in the chat who's all over the ponies. We got two in-house horse racing experts now. So we're gonna talk some ponies today.
Let's do it.
I'm very excited. Pat said, "Dude, I need to be your horse guy."
Better than a horse girl. I'll tell you that.
Much better than a horse girl. Pat and I were talking last week. Some say they're starting to call him Saratoga Pat.
Wow.
Some say Saratoga Pat might be our horse guy. He spends so much time in Saratoga over the summer.
Really?
I'm very jealous.
What's the big race? The
Travers.
Travers.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So we are going to talk some ponies today. We're also going to talk a little bit about some of the SU guys that were selected in the NFL draft. None of them had been selected by the time I did this show last week. So all of them were selected after that. 4 guys getting drafted and another 6 getting signed to undrafted free agent deals. So 10 Syracuse players going into the NFL, which is the most Syracuse has had in Lord knows how long.
Love to see it.
Some other Syracuse football news as well. Transfer portal being, Fran Brown being active as ever, just continuing to add guys left and right. We'll talk about some of that. Jim said, isn't the Belmont at Saratoga again this year? It is.
Really?
Yes.
They're still redoing it?
Yeah, they're still renovating
Jeez.
for the Belmont. So I believe this year is the last year it'll be at Saratoga. I think they're doing 2.
Do we make it out? You got a big puffy hat?
What day is the Belmont on?
I started looking up U.S. Open golf tickets the other day because it's in Pittsburgh or near Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's at Oakmont.
Oh, yeah, and I was like, maybe I swing down there for a day.
Saturday, June 7th.
Oh, I got time.
You got time?
I got time. I got a golf tournament on the 6th, and then I'm there.
Yeah, Pat just said June 7th or 6th, whatever the Saturday is. So maybe.
Well, we can't. I mean, we got a show to do.
We can go after.
Oh, true.
It's Saratoga. It's like 2 hours away.
Let's do it. I got time.
Pat said he will be there. Shocking. Saratoga Pat will be in Saratoga for the Belmont. Yeah, actually, I know a couple people going to the U.S. Open this year down in Oakmont. my boss at Bellevue, Dan Steinsdorfer, head golf professional, is from Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
So that it's like right by his place,
I
his
get-
family's place. So he's going down.
I got family in Pittsburgh. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, maybe I just make a call.
Yeah.
I head down there. Tickets aren't that bad. I mean, it's like normal what you'd expect in golf.
Yeah.
I found 4-day packages for like $700, and I was like,
Really?
yeah, I don't
For
know.
the U.S. Open?
Yes, on the PGA website.
Holy cow.
I don't know if they're not selling too hot or something. I don't know. I was like, that seems odd.
Yeah, that is odd, especially like a place like Oakmont, great course.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the U.S. Open this year. I love Oakmont.
Oh yeah.
Jim said so. Josh is out June 7th.
Yeah, I'm prepping for the Belmont that day, so I'll be out.
Yeah. Plus with the golf tournament the day before. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark me as a GTD right now.
Game time decision. So there are a lot of things to talk about. I do want to mention again an update on Abdul Carter's jersey situation. So last week I was discussing the fact that he asked Lawrence Taylor if he could wear number 56, which I thought was very stupid. You don't just ask a guy to unretire his number for you. If he offers, a la Warren Moon did to Cam Ward, that's great. But I don't think he'd be like, hey, Lawrence Taylor, I think I would look pretty good with number 56 on my bed. No, stop it.
If he was trying to catch him on a buzz. I don't know.
Lawrence, you still touch the stuff? You still like crack, Lawrence?
You like crack, son?
So he will not be wearing number 56, but he will also not be wearing number 11, which for any New York Football Giants fans out there, you would know is also retired for Phil Simms. And this one was Phil Simms did offer up his number 11 to either Abdul Carter, who wore number 11 at Penn State, or Jackson Dart, if he wanted to wear it. Their new quarterback, obviously. So he offered it up, and Lawrence was like, Abdul Carter was like, I'd be honored to wear your number. And then his family said, never mind. We don't want your number unretired. So Abdul Carter still doesn't have a jersey number.
Well, he'll find something. 00's available, I think.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that yet.
00 is such a good number for like a.
Yeah, you get names out of it and stuff.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
Yeah, that Carter 00 jersey would go hard. That'd be a really strong jersey. So a lot of things to talk about. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out, and then we'll be back in just a few minutes to talk about all those things and more right here on the Score 1260.
Attention, if you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent.
Here last week because Turning Stone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's what I brought, and that's what I was expecting, and I didn't go back. I lost what I brought, and I did not hit the ATM. So I'll take that as a win.
Yeah, that's not bad.
As a guy who stopped gambling a month ago, and then went to Turning Stone.
Pat said, should he call in? Yeah, we're going to talk to Pony, so if you want to call in, Pat.
But not going back to the abyss, as the people have called it. That's a win.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim says, FYI, sound is perfect today. Good.
Was it bad last week?
I don't know. It gets bad sometimes.
It's almost a negative to look into the horses this much, though, because like when you don't do it, you're like, I like this horse and that horse. Like 2 bets, you go, they'll win it, whatever, and then you move on. But now I'm so invested. I'm like, well, I like this horse, I like that horse. Maybe this horse we can do trifectas, exacticas, this and that, and you're moving things around. You're like, I think 5 horses could win.
Yeah,
that's no good. Now I'm putting too much in play. Like now I'm gonna be that guy with like the 7 brackets. So I go, oh, yep, UConn won. I had it in my 4th.
Just say you're gonna be Adam.
I know that's where I am. Now.
Yeah,
I just.
You've got me all over Final Gambit now. I'm definitely going to bet
Final Gambit. If you haven't seen it, folks, Kentucky Derby horses profile. Check out Final Gambit's highlight reel at the Ruby Stakes tournament earlier this year.
It's an unreal comeback.
He is in dead last going into the final turn, and this boy wins by 5 lengths. I mean, the last second run that this guy
I
got.
am all over Final Gambit.
I mean, could you imagine, as I was watching that, I was like, imagine betting that horse. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
horse goes down like that so far late, too. You're like, screw this. Fuck
Yep.
this guy. I hope they make him glue. You just get out of here. He's dead to me. And then that turn comes, and you hear Final Gambit on the outside. And you go, huh?
Huh?
Final? Ha! Ha!
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all gonna be that guy from the viral video where he's like smacking his ass with the rolled up magazine, just like
I love doing that shit.
Oh yeah, me too.
You see SU basketball picked up a forward, too?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
All right.
That guy's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot at Cincinnati, I don't think, but he was really good talent.
Yeah. Oh, and SU lacrosse advanced to the ACC title game somehow.
Were they not doing too hot this year?
They lost 3 games in a row to end the season.
I'd say they lost to UNC at home, yeah?
Yeah. And they're really good.
Mm.
But they're just, yeah. Apparently Donnie Freeman grew an inch.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's kind of terrifying. Guy just still growing. Jim said, are you really good if you lose that many games or just good? I think they're good. Like, I've seen them a few times this year. I was very impressed with them. I don't know what the hell happened at the end of the season. That is not a team that should be 9-5. And we're back outside the box score. With me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260. It's time to jump right over to the phone lines. Calling in, of course, is Saratoga Pat. Pat, what's going on, buddy?
How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing well, my friend. Now, it's time to talk some ponies.
Let's talk about it.
What do you got? What are you liking on the in the spread today for the ponies?
Situated. We have a lot of things going on around me. All right. What do you got, Mark? I want to hear what you have.
I don't have much yet. Because I like chalk and it's a name that's near and dear to my heart. I've got journalism in a trifecta right now. I've got journalism 1, Sandman 2, and Citizen Bowl 3. Because
you would just have the favorites.
Citizen Bowl's 17-1.
I know, but you have journalism and you have, what was the other one you had? Sandman?
Yeah, Sandman. That was
Sandman.
the first play I made. There are many more bets to be placed by the time the Derby goes off, Pat. But
okay,
I wanted to get some information.
For Sandman, for Sandman, my first note on Sandman is that's a West Point horse, so we respect the troops.
Yep, sure.
So we love that, obviously.
Of course.
They don't really run in big races like this, the West Point horses. So I feel like this is pretty big for them. So they must really believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like Sandman. I think Sandman's very fast. Journalism obviously rules. And he's obviously the favorite for a reason. But if I'm looking at my notes right now, actually came from smaller fields into this is the first time he's running with like a ton of horses.
So
that kind of worries me a little bit.
That's my key. That's my thing that I've been going back and forth with people on journalism all week. His biggest race is like 5 horses. He's never seen a field like this.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
That's how I feel about the Japanese horses too. We could start with like who's not going to win. The two Japanese horses are not going to win.
You don't like Luxor
because I don't respect the Japanese horses.
Is it because he's gray or because he's Japanese?
Well, yeah, because they're okay. First of all, yes, but in the way that they're not running against any other good horses. It's like you don't know who they're running against. I mean, the only two big races that they won, all the races that they've won are all in Japan, obviously, and they've just kind of been winning against each other. So it's like, okay, is the competition like actually any good over there? Probably not.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Mark Daytona, 6 horse, and Luxor Cafe, the 7 horse. They're done.
Yeah, I mean,
although the 7 horses sire is American Pharaoh, who obviously won a Triple Crown. So that's kind of interesting.
Taking Luxor feels like getting into the college football playoffs and putting out a bet on like the MAC team that makes it in. Like you don't know if it's like the strength of schedule. Yes, exactly. You don't know what they got, but maybe they're really good, maybe not.
Yeah. I actually really like that. I'm going through my notes here. I do like the 9 horse Burnham Square, and here's why. Complete stretch runner. It's gonna get really powerful down the stretch. So if any of these horses script coming out of the gate and he either gets the inside or the outside, he has a good chance to get up there towards the front. So that's fun. We also have to remember it's gonna be wet out there. Apparently the 3 favorites here are Journalism, Sandman, and Sovereignty. They all have won on wet courses, so that's something to keep in mind as well.
Yeah, you look up mudding stat. I was trying to find which one's a mudder the other day, and I mean, there's not a lot of information out there for horses, and even like there was a point system I saw that had been there's some sort of point system in horse racing. I'm not familiar, but there's like a thing for that, how many they gain points on wet courses and stuff too, and only like 8 out of the 20 horses even qualified for that. So like some don't even race on those conditions ever.
Yeah. No, they never do. I mean, but here's the thing. I was listening to, I don't know if you guys listened to Pardon My Take, but they had Randy Moss, the horse racing Randy Moss.
I saw that, yeah.
And his thing was he thinks those stats on like horses that run on wet courses, he thinks that's overrated because all these horses are so young, but they're also so well trained that they should be able to run on wet horses. So it's like it's kind of an overrated stat in his opinion, which I do kind of agree with. But I mean, who knows?
If we weren't overrating the stat, though, if I may, one of my long shots I like your influence on this here, Pat, or your take. What do you think about the 13 publisher?
Oh, I do. Hold on, going back to my notes here. Here's the deal about publisher. It's a maiden horse, and I don't love that.
Okay. Yeah, not a lot of those.
I really don't like it. Yeah, his sire is also American Pharaoh, which I think is pretty interesting. So you got brothers running here.
Oh, cool.
Couple American Pharaohs.
Pretty cool. But I just don't think a maiden. I think there's only been one maiden that's ever won a Kentucky Derby. So I mean, obviously the odds are against him. And I mean, it's just not a proven winner. He's got a good jockey in Irad, but I don't know. Also not that big of a stretch runner. It just kind of dies down towards the end.
Pat, I got to ask you about a horse that Josh and I were talking about before the show. What do you know about Final Gambit?
Final Gambit is one of the things. Final Gambit's going to be underneath in one of my exactas. I think Final Gambit's actually very interesting.
Wow.
Another stretch runner. Brad Cox, good. Brad Cox is a good trainer. I don't like that he's wearing green and pink. I'll tell you that.
Hey, those are at Syracuse University's original colors.
Yeah, we got rid of it for a reason. But it's a fast horse. I mean, if you look at their speed numbers, it's actually a really fast horse. It has been running in mud. The thing that really worries me about them, I mean, they do finish really well. It's another stretch runner. It's only ran in one G3 race, so obviously I don't think the competition they're running against is like incredible. But you never know. It's like if it doesn't get bumped coming out of the gate, I mean, he has a decent pole position. If he can get the rail, I mean, anything's possible.
All right, what other horses are? You seem to have notes on all of these. So you gave us.
I do.
You gave us who you know isn't going to win the Derby, but
I'll ask one more in-depth horse one here. The horse, due to the 2 scratches this week, both Baffert horses out of the 3 he had in there get scratched. Baeza getting in, who got into it with Journalism in one of their last races, finished second to him.
Yeah.
What do you think about his chances? I mean, he's obviously a huge long shot here, but he came in and he's already favored over some of the other horses.
Yeah, he's actually not that big of a long shot. I actually think he's like one of the better horses.
Okay.
He's been running pretty well. In his last race, he ran the Santa Anita Derby, which is obviously a big one. He was fighting with Journalism, who ended up winning that. But he was only a little bit off. He was leading coming down the stretch, but Journalism just got the rail and got in on him. So that was a good race. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was actually really fun. Very fast. That's a very fast track though, so I mean his speed numbers are a little thrown off. But I mean he's definitely in contention here. I mean it's really not that. I mean you can't really overthink it. I mean if it's a fast horse, it's a fast horse. It just kind of depends on like how the race goes on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about that. But then again, I mean, it's only won one G1 race, but it won a maiden race and then went into the Santa Anita Derby. So it's like, I mean, they obviously really believe in the horse. So, I mean, anything's really possible. It also, I mean, it runs. I mean, this is the other thing about all of these horses. None of these horses have really run this distance in a competitive, like, way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like anything could really die. That's why I really like these stretch runners because it tells me that they have a little bit more coming down. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, tell us, like go through your notes, some of the horses you got, like who are the horses that aren't getting talked about that you think you have a real shot to win the Derby?
Okay, I don't know if I texted you about this horse, Mark, yesterday, but I love the 5 American Promise. Here's the deal. American Promise, well, his stats aren't great. It's one of these things where it's like, does he meet the eye test? And the answer is yes. It is an absolute beast of a horse.
Mm-hmm.
It runs well on wet tracks, which I just said, don't overrate that, but still matters. It's won very competitively in highly graded races. It's experienced. It's hitting a stride right now. It's like 30-1 right now. I don't know what the updated number is on that. But
I'll get the current NYRA number.
12-1.
Yeah, give me the current NYRA number for that. But it's won its last race. It's been competitive in the highly graded race. I really do like it, and even in the maiden race it's been running against other Derby horses. So I mean, it's a horse that's like worth a look.
It is 12-1 currently on NYRA. Yeah.
12-1. Okay, yeah. So that's been taking a lot of money then.
He's got the biggest boost this week for sure.
Yeah,
He's
we
the
were just talking
trendiest
about
horse.
that
For
earlier.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, American Promise is just an absolute beast of a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Lucas D. Wayne apparently has like been the talk of the Derby too. Apparently, he's just like this really old trainer that's never had a Derby horse, but like everybody knows him.
Okay.
So yeah, people love him. Apparently, Bob Baffert went up and took a selfie with him, and everybody was like, "Oh no." So I don't know what that means, but that's what everybody's been talking about. I really like the 9 Burnham Square. I think we already talked about it, but another stretch runner. I mean, he's got something else. He won a G1 race his last time out, the Bluegrass Derby. So we like that. Are we talking favorites or are we talking picks or what are we doing here, Mark?
Whatever you want, my man. You're Saratoga Pat. Let's get some picks. What do you like?
Emily requested I stop getting called that.
Now I will only exclusively call you Saratoga Pat. Sorry, Emily.
Okay, so my picks for this race, I do like Journalism. Obviously, I know I was making fun of you for picking the favorite, but I mean, he's the favorite for a reason. He's a stud, obviously. I do like Sandman. I do like Burnham Square, like I said, with the stretch horses. The stretch runners. I really do think with longer races like this, it means they have another gear they can tap into. And just depends on positioning here. It's like, hey, they get outside, they get a nice position, and literally anything can happen. And I do really like Sovereignty, the 18 horse. I mean, it's got a decent pole. It's got a decent pole position.
Yep.
I'm looking at my notes here. Decent pole position, another stretch runner. Great jockey. I mean, it's definitely a horse to look at too.
I was just about to ask about that horse because I feel like for the favorites, it's the one I've seen the least about in terms of people actually putting some buzz behind him.
It's interesting because I don't know if you guys watched the broadcast yesterday for the Kentucky Oaks, which I got crushed on because I think Vegas had their hands all over that one. You mean the favorite one? Nice. Okay, whatever.
Good start to our horse guy being like, I got killed yesterday.
Yeah, Vegas had their hands all over that one. So I do like the 18. Everybody, so with like the handicapping like experts that I've been listening to, all really, really like Sovereignty in like the bottom of an exacta. So I mean, I don't know. It's definitely a horse that can place. So I mean, it's fast. It's a decent horse. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm not huge on it, but I mean, if I was to pick 4 horses, there's that. The Citizen Bull, I think is very interesting as well. So
if you got your favorite trifecta out there?
I was about to ask the exact same
And I know
thing.
it's tough to pick your horse, but not a box. 1, 2, 3. What's your favorite one?
See, I'm a big box guy because I just will pick
love
like
a
4
box.
horses that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one has to be journalism. I mean, the thing about, Josh, we did already talk about this, but you kind of echoed what I was about to say. It's like the fact that they're going from like these very small races into like these massive races is very interesting to me. But it's still such a fast horse.
Right.
It's tough. But I think if you're gonna have to talk about trifectas here, I think you're gonna have to put journalism in there somewhere. I really like Sandman too. Obviously, we're picking the 2 favorites here, but if we're talking about the third, either Burnham Square or Citizen Bowl, but American Promise is up there too. There's a lot of the problem with the Kentucky Derbies. They're all good horses, so it's like it all just matters in like what position they end up being in, and like what horses can like actually like sustain themselves over this long race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I really had to do it, the 8, 17, and the 1.
8, 17, 1?
8, 17, 1.
So the exact trifecta that I already put in.
Did you already put that in?
Yeah, that's the one I put in earlier today.
Okay, let's switch it up here then. The 8, let's do the 8, 17, and the 9.
8, 17, 9. All right, I'm locking it in right now, Pat.
8, 17, and the 9. But I'm going to break the rules a little bit. I'm going to box that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like to box that. But if we want to put on a second, if we want to spread our money around a little bit, because the thing about finance, guys, is that you diversify and you kind of spray everywhere. That's what people tell me. And this is my finance. So maybe a little of exacta-box journalism sovereignty. And then if you really want to get fun with it, journalism sovereignty in the top, exacta, and in the bottom, maybe a little bird in the square, final gambit.
Okay.
Sure.
What I'm thinking about. So I don't know. It's fun. There's a lot of good horses out. It's going to be fun. Derby rocks. I don't exactly know which one of these horses are running in the Belmont. I don't know who's qualified for what. But not that many of these are running the Preakness. Preakness is obviously a smaller race too. So
yeah.
American Promise is running. So I don't know. We could talk about Triple Crowns too, but it just depends on who wins today.
Well, yeah.
If journalism wins today, everybody's going to pick him to win the Triple Crown.
Oh,
easy.
Yeah.
He's like, what was was it Fierceness last year?
Yeah, I believe so.
What's that?
Yeah, so Fierceness didn't win anything until the Travers last year, and he was by far the favorite.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Netflix show yet?
No, I have not seen it.
You guys got to watch it. They have like a Drive to Survive for horse racing now.
Yeah.
And so it's on. It focuses on like the jockeys, the owners, the trainers. So I think it's actually pretty spread around to like to show like the actual landscape of horse racing. And one of the guys in there is a guy named Mike Rapoli. You guys familiar with him?
I feel like I've heard the name. Yeah.
Yes. So he's the guy that. So he's the reason St. John's is good. By the way, he's like the big NIL. He's like the Adam Weitzman for
gotcha.
RIP Adam Weitzman. Yeah. He said, but he created Vitamin Water was his big thing.
Yeah.
And now he runs that sports, the apparel brand No Bull.
I've heard
Tom
of
Brady wears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a stable, like he's big into horse racing now. Like that's his whole thing. And he has had his big thing this week is he has had the most scratches in Kentucky Derbies. And he finally got a scratch this week too. So he had Fierceness last year and was like really pissed when he didn't win anything, and then he ended up winning the Travers too. So these Triple Crown races like aren't everything, and like these horses can all come back and win the Travers too. So I don't know, it's just cool to like see how these horses like run the rest of the year. So it's a good way to introduce yourself to them, I guess.
All right, I just got to ask, since we've got FanDuel TV on in the studio here. Race 2, what do you like? Do you have anything?
I actually have not looked at race 2.
Race 1 finish?
Yeah, race 1
finished.
finished.
Who won?
I had neither of the horses I bet. So, yeah, I wasn't sure if you had done any research on the earlier races, like, or anything, or if you were just all Derby.
Oh no, you know what? I did actually. It's funny in the first race. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was 2 horses named after the New York Knicks. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't even notice when I looked this morning.
Yeah, there are 2. Actually, I did look at this. I really like the 11. I think the 11's been fast, although it's not getting much money.
In race 2?
In race 2. I like the 11. I like IRAD. I think the favorite's the 7. I mean, the 7's good too. So
when in doubt, pick an Ortiz
maybe
brother.
a 15-7. Well, box. So there, that's my pick, 15-7 box, exacta, and I'm sticking with it.
So, all right. Pat, last question here. One horse wins today. I know it's just who's your favorite to win? Is it journalism?
I mean, it's got to be journalism, but I mean, let's not be. Let's have a little fun and let's go Citizen Bowl one horse.
Okay, Baffert on his return.
Not the 6 or the 7. We don't respect Japanese horses.
Understood.
Remember that. We do not respect Japanese horses.
Yes. I gotcha.
Also, just a quick note, Mark. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the 11 horse Flying Mohawk, owned by Jason Worth.
Oh.
Yes.
That I'm gonna have to. I'll have to throw a little something down on Flying Mohawk. Jason Worth's horse won the Belmont last year. Doorknob. I remember that. Yeah. But Baeza too. I mean, my pick for that is either Baeza or Citizen Bowl. So let's go with that. Okay, I like it.
Cool. Nice.
Anything
else?
We
love the horses, dude. No, that's really it. I've been researching, and that's my pick.
That's what you get.
Let's go.
Shout out to our horse racing expert, Pat Burke, Saratoga Pat, as many are calling him.
I'm glad I have my earbuds in right now.
But does that really make her mad?
No, but I don't know. She's looking at me. So
tell her I apologize.
I won't tell her that.
Yeah, I did good because I don't mean it. All right, buddy.
All right, dude. See you guys.
Good talking to you. There he is.
Hey, Pat.
Pat Burke calling in Saratoga Pat, as we like to call him. We got to take a timeout. We'll be back in just a few minutes here on Outside the Box Score, your home for local sports in Syracuse on the Score 1260. For the best local beer in Central New York, the only place you need to look is Myers Creek Brewing Company, with 16 different beers on tap at both the Inner Harbor in Syracuse and the Palace that is the Cazenovia location. Myers Creek has something for everyone. Want a bite to eat? Both locations feature a kitchen with delicious pizzas, some of the best wings in Syracuse, and much more. Make sure to check out our friends at Myers Creek Brewing Company, the official bar of Outside the Box Score. This is the one day a year Josh and I get to be real degenerate horse gamblers. So
yeah, out of the game. This doesn't count. The Derby doesn't count.
No, Derby doesn't count. You kidding me?
This is like this is a hobby. This is like it's not even gambling. It's like this is what I did with my Saturday.
Yeah,
it's like an event I went to. I had to pay $50.
$1 trifecta box, bang. That's well, see, this is the fun part about horse racing.
Yeah, $2, $3.
It's such small units, and you have such good payouts.
The biggest one I made was like $5. I think I did winners with $5.
Yeah,
like
a winner is 5 or 10 for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the fun part, is you don't feel like you're losing much money.
Yep.
Because it's just, it's great. Like, I've got that $2 exacta box he just gave for race 2, 7 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
So $2 exacta box, the $4 bet, probable payout 147 to 168. Like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And Mark, now I've figured out how to do the box, and now I'm very mad at myself.
Oh, was it easy?
I just didn't do it. Yeah, it's right there. I mean, it says box right next to it. It's crazy.
I'm just gonna have Pat, if you're still watching the stream, I'm gonna need you to just text me picks for like every race throughout the day. We ride, Pat. Maybe this is finally how I lose all of that money in my Naira account that doesn't let me withdraw. I watched the Rich Strike win earlier today.
Yeah,
I
from last
rewatched.
year.
Unbelievable. It was like Gambit and like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260. Pat, back in the chat, he said I was getting yelled at by the left. I'm assuming that means Emily. Hi, Emily, if you're listening. So shout out Pat for just all the horse racing picks.
What a guy.
The guy really does know his stuff. I don't like to give him credit for much in life.
Sure.
Because typically he doesn't deserve it.
He eats you up.
Yeah, he eats me up, and I do the same to him. He really knows his stuff when it comes to the ponies. He puts so much time and effort into it. So shout out Pat for really, really, hopefully, really good picks. He said Emily has a friend here, and they were getting ready as I was talking ponies. So I guess that's why he was getting yelled at. Yeah, we've just put way too much money on the Derby. We were just sitting here during the break, just placing bets.
What do you get ready for at 11:30 on a Saturday?
Yeah.
What are you getting ready for?
What are they
I hope the
getting ready
earbuds are
for?
still in for that. Sorry, ladies, but what the hell are you doing? What are you getting dolled up for brunch? Just go to brunch.
It's not even brunch anymore at this point. If you're leaving now, it's lunch.
Yeah, just go to lunch.
You said earbuds were not.
Oh boy. Sorry.
Sorry, ladies.
That's me. I don't even know Pat. You know, blame me.
Yeah, you two have never met. Sorry, Emily. You jerk.
Syracuse football made some moves.
First, we'll talk about the basketball team. Tyler Betsy from Cincinnati, forward with 3 years of eligibility remaining, coming to the Cuse. Small forward, 6'8". He was a freshman. Former top 50 recruit, was recruited by committed to the Bearcats over Alabama, Duke, Indiana, Kansas, TCU, and UConn. Only played 11 minutes per game in his freshman season, 3.3 points, 1.5 rebounds. But of his total shots, 72.3% came from behind the arc.
Oh, okay.
The guy just chucks.
I was like, wow, that's great. That's a really high field goal percentage. Yeah, no.
He shot 32%.
Okay.
Which ain't bad.
A lot of threes, yeah.
Yeah, he shot 32% from three.
Oh, okay, I see.
Which ain't bad for someone shooting, only playing 11 minutes per game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he would get into the game, be like, all right, give me the ball, and just start chucking. Jim said Chris Bell that rebounds. That is true. He does have about the same rebounding average as Chris Bell in significantly less time.
They had to find Bell's replacement.
Yeah, they had to find a replacement for Chris Bell, a guy who's just going to shoot a ton of threes. But guy seems like he's good. Like I said, former top 50 recruit.
Yep.
4-star guy. Listen, if a guy who shoots like that didn't go to Alabama, like, it's interesting because he seems like a Bama player.
Sure.
And I wouldn't hate if Syracuse
just started running and gunning.
Just started running the Bama offense.
Well, they can't play defense to begin with.
Exactly.
So yeah, just abandon
the defense stinks. Screw it. Score 95 points a game like Alabama, and maybe we could do something. Plus,
bold strategy. Let's get Red on the line.
Well, plus they only need to win one quad one game next year to make the tournament. Because John Wildhack is now on the selection committee.
Oh Jesus! How?
He's replacing the guy from UNC, who's
good.
Reign was up as the ACC representative. So now John Wildhack is on the committee. So now we only need to win one quad one game, and we'll make the NCAA
tournament. That was great. They were like, well, there'll never be a conflict of interest here because Syracuse won't even make the tournament. So this would be great. We'll pick that guy.
Yeah, so John Wildhack now on the committee. It's a 5-year term.
Okay.
So he will be on there until
Now, what happens if he
2030.
gets ousted from Syracuse? Is he off the committee?
One would have to assume.
Hope. One would have to hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be very funny.
Yeah.
If he didn't.
If he was just still on
If
it.
he was just former Syracuse athletic director John Wildhack on the committee.
Still got to pay pretty well. I'm sure the committee does fine.
Yeah, they must get paid for that, right? Like,
surely they get paid.
Yeah, it's just something I've never thought of before.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, you're just like kind of elected.
Everybody gets some.
Yep, text from Pat.
Oh boy.
Oh, it was exact. He sent me the official pick for the Derby, and it's 8/17/1359.
8/17. What? That he went down the line?
Apparently.
What did he do? A super fight? What?
Yeah. He's got 6 horses.
Good Christ. I don't even think I can do that.
Bet total of $8.
Okay.
So it's an exacta box, he said.
Oh, okay.
But it's just there's a lot of numbers there.
Yeah.
So that's his exacta box official pick. He just sent it to me. What were we talking about? Syracuse? Wildhack. Yeah.
Pat and him go way back.
Yeah. I think that's what got him on the committee was they checked his emails and they saw a couple that he received with some choice words in them. So it'll be interesting to see if that means literally anything. Pat, we weren't unit shaming. Josh and I were just talking about how we love betting on horse racing because it's not like you're losing real money.
8 50-cent bets today.
Yeah, it's great. We're not unit shaming at all. Like, that's what we love about betting the ponies.
I'm not a millionaire. I'm a struggling guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Big money on that stuff.
I mean, I did buy a guitar yesterday, so that might be why.
What are you doing? We got to get you a financial. What are you buy a guitar?
It was $200.
No, that's not that bad.
No, it was. I bought a fake guitar from a friend of mine.
Oh,
yeah, from Dennis at Steve's.
The fakes. I love that this guy is pushing fake guitars.
Well,
they look great.
He advertises them as that.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, he tells me what he did. He just buys them all off Temu.
Yep.
And sees how they plays, and like if he likes one, he'll be like, "Hey, why don't you give this a shot? See if you like it, and tell me what you like and don't like about it."
Sure.
And so he let me borrow this one, and I've played it a few times now, and I loved it. It's a fake. Let it be very clear that this is not real, because if it was, it'd be like a $2,500 guitar. Fender Telecaster custom shop,
of course,
which means nothing to anyone out there listening.
Who played with that? Is that
Springsteen's guitar is a Telecaster.
Gotcha.
So it's that model in Kelly green with like wear on it.
Oh,
so it's worn, but it's also Kelly green.
Okay.
Light maple neck. It feels great. It plays great. It sounds great. Love this thing. So I
had to take it.
I had to have it. Once I played it a couple times, I was like, this is, that I need to have this guitar. So yeah, we're not exactly putting, $25 into freaking exacta boxes,
right?
Because we're not psychopaths.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah. I was just telling I'm doing like $1.
Right. I think we both said our biggest bet was like $5 to $10.
Yeah. I'll put $10 on a winner if I'm super confident.
Right.
Like, that's it. So no unit shaming coming from us at all, Pat. Do want to talk about SU football a little bit, in terms of guys now going to the NFL. So I want to congratulate the 4 Syracuse players that were drafted. It was Kyle McCord, Aronde Gadsden, LaQuint Allen, and Fadil Diggs are the 4 that all got drafted. Gadsden went first. He's going to the LA Chargers. That's such a great spot for him. They're going to actually use him.
Yes.
And with Herbert throwing him the ball, I think that could be a really fun offense. Kyle McCord went to my beloved Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, it's just he's gonna die. He's gonna die in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is. I love it for myself.
Sure.
That Kyle McCord, Kelly Green jersey that I'm going to get.
Yeah.
Is gonna go so insanely hard. It's what?
I mean, what's the best case? They trade him, right? Is this somebody who needs a quarterback? I mean, maybe Hurts goes down, but even then, like his offense isn't even built for him.
Well, kind of. So the thing is with the Eagles' offense, yes, they run the ball a ton, and that's the basis of their offense is Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts.
Sure.
You take Jalen Hurts out of that offense and put in a Kyle McCord. He's still got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown with Dallas Goedert as the 3 option to.
Are we still piling out Dallas Goedert as a good option at this point?
I mean,
was he like 58?
He's like 32.
He's old.
He's not that old.
He's got to be old.
I gotta look.
He's banged up. I mean, he's parts. You could sell him for parts at this point.
Dallas Goedert is 30.
You could have told me he was 48.
He was the 2018 draft.
Really?
Yeah.
Wowza. All right. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
I just had to get one dig at you on the offense, I guess. The defending Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, I mean, he only played 10 games last year and 500 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Still a pretty good option.
Yeah. Still a really solid option. In the playoffs, he had 215 yards in the 4 games. So he's still good to get you 50, 60 yards. With those guys to throw to.
Yeah.
It could very quickly become an air raid offense.
Yeah. I mean, I see it. I just don't see him ever getting.
No, he'll never play. And it kind of annoys me that he went to the Eagles because I wanted to see him go somewhere where he can succeed and play. And this is not the spot for him. But I also love the fact that my quarterback is now on my favorite team.
I think the 2 biggest ones I was looking at for him, spots where I thought, even though he wouldn't start now, but like good places to learn behind, guys who were like him, were Detroit behind Goff, and then obviously LA behind Stafford. Like those 2 guys just
LA
totally
was the perfect spot for him.
Right. And they needed a backup. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. They didn't end up getting one, did they?
No, I mean, I think Stetson Bennett and is Garoppolo still in LA, maybe? I don't know. But regardless, they could have used a young guy in my mind. So just as a guy, especially like McCord is such a great pick to take in that 3rd day for a guy who's not going to start instantly. Yeah. He's got a great arm, throws the ball 1,000,000 times a game, and he's pretty accurate. Like, I don't know. He's not very mobile, but neither is Stafford, per se.
No, but he's a better scrambler than he gets credit for.
And he scrambled a lot this year.
Yeah, because he was constantly running for his life at Syracuse behind that offensive line.
Yes.
And still put up the numbers he did.
Still led the conference passing yards.
So he is a good scrambler. Is he Lamar Jackson? Of course not. But it's like he can move in the pocket or out of the pocket a little bit. So I'm not too worried about him from that perspective. Speaking of running, LaQuint Allen ends up going to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Interesting. See what type of play time he gets.
Could be a Sean Tucker vibe there, just kind of sit in that 3-4 rotation for a little bit. And I mean, Etienne is on the outs for sure, it looks like. And then you can't beat Tank Bigsby. That's the next guy he's got to go after. I mean, he's instantly starts as like the 3 or 4 over Johnson, the Demetrius Johnson. I think, or not Demetrius.
I don't know what his name is.
D. Johnson.
Yeah,
I know it's a D.
I'm familiar with the guy. I couldn't tell you who the 3rd string running back on the Jaguars is. And then Fadil Diggs going to the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
I like him as a fit there.
Good rebuild team. I mean, you got a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. 7th round pick. He'll probably get some playing time.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints are a dumpster fire. How have the Saints been over the cap for like 12 straight years?
I have no clue who they're paying. I don't understand. Like, did Michael Thomas just tank the franchise?
I think he might.
He hasn't played in 5 years. I don't know where their money is going. Cam Jordan's ailing body. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. But the Saints are certainly an interesting team in terms of the direction that they are currently going in.
Mm-hmm.
I did see Marlo Wax also going to the Chargers. So there's going to be 2 Syracuse guys on the Chargers. He was one of the unsigned or undrafted free agents who ended up signing.
What a great change of scenery for those guys. You're up here in Syracuse all year.
Yep.
It just gotta suck if you're not and then you just go to sunny LA for the rest of your career. Well, the start of your career.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace.
It ain't bad.
Yeah.
I think I would sign up for that over the current weather that we have outside right now.
Yeah. I just want golf weather, damn it. It's May.
I know.
Get rid of the rain.
I got a golf league starting on Monday.
You're doing a league.
I'm in a league.
I'm in a league on Mondays.
Oh, yeah? Where?
In Rochester.
You just moved here.
Yeah. I've done it every year for it's like my
Oh,
fourth
yeah, that's
year.
right. I knew.
Fifth year.
Yeah, I forgot about that league. Yeah, I'm in a Monday league at Burnett Park.
Okay.
Par-
I've never.
Par 3 course in Tip Hill.
Oh, that place. The oldest.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, funny thing about that. A friend of ours, Burb, sent me a video on Instagram that was hyping up this place. It's the oldest golf course.
I saw that. I saw that video.
He sent it to me and he's like, we got to check this place out. I go, I think I know which place that is. We don't have to make a thing for it.
Yeah, it's a very hilly 9-hole par 3 course.
Yeah, no carts, right? You got to walk
Oh, yeah, you're walking.
Yeah, that's what I was like. No, we don't have to make it. He's like, I got to come up. We got to try it. I'm like, no, it's fine. I hear it's fine.
Yeah, I'll be playing there every Monday now.
Okay,
at
that's fun.
5 p.m. Yeah, it's a bunch of the guys from Steve's. It's the Steve's League.
Nice.
I'm very excited. I've been trying to get in this league for 3 years.
They just walk over the bar after? Or not walk, but yeah.
Drive, but yeah,
I understand.
It's right there. It's down the street. We do have to take one more time out. We'll come back, wrap things up here on Outside the Box Score. If you're a fan of local craft beer, the only place you need to go is Myers Creek Brewing Company with 16 brews on tap at both the Cazenovia and Inner Harbor locations. Myers Creek has the best selection of locally brewed libations in all of central New York. Want a nice hazy IPA? The Velvet Fog is a must-try. More of a traditional Pilsner? How about the Floatin' on By? And for you sour drinkers, the It Takes Blue to Mango. So crack open a cold one with the official beer of Outside the Box Score, Myers Creek.
So yeah, you do an exact amount. You pick 5 horses and they have to finish 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Ones, right? Yeah.
Dude, Sinners is so good.
I want to go see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's so good.
I don't think Emily would want to go with me.
Yeah, on Tuesday, it's $6 Tuesday at the movie tavern. So all the tickets are $6.
Oh, on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something to keep in mind. Now that you're here. So
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I want to go see this movie. And Hayden just took a job. So we were kind of celebrating.
Where?
Actually in Central Square.
Oh yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah, school-based counseling job. So
Very nice.
and she graduates in a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's got a class to take over the summer, but her graduation is next week.
I gotcha.
We're still doing the show, but I'm gonna leave right after.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were celebrating on Tuesday night, so I took her to the movie. We had a great time. I've also heard that Thunderbolts is really good.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad wants to go see that.
Oh my God.
What's that?
Jim did he tag you in this? Yeah, he did.
Which one?
On Twitter. He just did it. The Kentucky Derby has a $5,000 mint julep.
For what?
Served in a 24-karat gold-plated cup or silver for just $1,000. Only 151 are available for sale, with the proceeds going to charity.
Let me send that to my cousin who's there on the left there. Or on the right.
Oh.
Right, sorry.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. Jim in the chat has just informed us, per Front Office Sports, there is a $5,000 mint julep you can get at the Kentucky Derby today.
Now that's fun.
Is it?
Maybe.
We're placing $1, $2 bets. I don't know if a $5,000 cocktail is fun.
You don't have that? You don't want to?
Not yet. I will after the Derby.
Boom! You better save one for me. I'll be back after race 12. Yeah.
No, I do not have that on hand right now. Yeah, so it comes in a 24 karat gold plated cup, or you can get a silver one, which is only $1,000.
Now that's doable.
Oh yeah, that's certain.
Silver?
Let me get my wallet out.
You take credit?
You take Venmo?
Yeah, you got Discover here. Is that how about Amex?
You take cashier's checks. I like just asking, like, the idea of going up to register or whatever and asking if they take the most ridiculous form of payment.
And then you just go, let me check out. You find it out, and you go, nah, I got cash. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Do you barter?
Where?
No, like just going up to a.
I'm like, why is this a real?
Can we barter? It did a little back and forth here.
What can I do for you? I just work here, man. This is a Wegmans.
I have 17 goats in the parking lot. Will you accept those as payment? But yeah, sure. Have you ever had a mint julep?
No.
I haven't either.
I assume it'd be fine. Mint and bourbon. Yes.
Yeah, I mean
some sweet and sour mix or something. I imagine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
I'm sure it's fantastic, refreshing for a bourbon cocktail. Normally, some of the bourbons are kind of heavier. Cocktails. I'm sure this is a nice, refreshing, beautiful cocktail that I'd love to enjoy.
Would you pay $5,000 for one?
No, I'd spit in your face. I think I said that earlier on the show a couple months ago. Something about spitting in someone's face.
You did. I don't know why it's so funny to me. It's just a very funny visual of it's just like, hey sir, can I interest you in a $5,000 mint julep?
Get the hell out of here.
What the hell is wrong with you?
How dare you?
How dare you? So like I said, we've got Pat's official pick, exact box, the 8, the 17, 1, 3, 5, and 9. We've all got a million bets on it.
Mine's the exact same, only no 9, no Burnham Square.
Oh, you went
Publisher.
No 9? Oh, Publisher
13.
Instead.
I get a vibe about this horse, Marky. Something with Publisher is going to happen today. I feel it in my bones.
I like it.
Mutter, something about him. He's got Asmussen trainer. Yeah, is that him? I mean, he's just fantastic. Something 13.
Yeah, 13. There we go.
Yeah,
Asmussen is the trainer.
One of the best trainers in the biz. Now, I will say that's a silly thing to say. When people talk about these trainers being so great, there's only about 4 trainers in the entire race. They all train. They're just bajillionaires who train these same horses that are millionaire horses. So,
Asmussen's also got
he's got 5.
Tastic.
Does
he have 5?
He's on the bag with the Ortiz brothers in one of them. I think the bottom Ortiz brother, which is in the which one is that? He's definitely on one.
I'm only seeing he's got 2 in the Derby.
Is that right?
Yeah. He might have I mean, he's probably got a million horses racing today.
Sure, maybe that's right. So.
Yeah. But 2 in the Derby. Yeah, I mean, the thing with trainer, like,
the more and more we talk ourselves into this, I just, if you don't like chalk, I like Publisher and American Promise. Those are my 2 there. I really like
Publisher and American Promise. I'm gonna stick with my Citizen Bull.
Yeah.
I like that horse. I'm a Baffert. Like, I don't want to say I'm a Baffert guy. I don't like Bob Baffert, but his horses are incredible.
Yeah.
Just for the trainer alone. And Martin Garcia, good jockey on there too. It's made over $1 million in earnings. It's got 71 points.
But does he get trapped inside?
I mean, I hope not. But
obviously, you'd hope. That's my guy.
I don't. Yeah, but So I'm going to stick with Citizen Bull, and for the long shot, the Final Gambit.
Bang.
I'm all in on this horse.
Pat killed my love for the Japanese horse. I really liked Luxor. I'm telling you, I really liked Luxor coming in today, and he was like, "Don't even talk about them. They're useless.
They don't race anyone. They're the 1980s basketball modern basketball discourse of horses.
Yes.
Yeah, they played against plumbers. So like,
right.
That's the Japanese horses, according to Pat. I'm so excited for the Derby. I love the Derby.
Oh, I hope it's a 6 start time. If it's 7, I'll hurt myself.
Yeah, 7:02.
Oh, God, I'm gonna spit in my own face. This is terrible.
Hey, why'd you decide to go to a comedy show the night of the Kentucky Derby?
Because I thought it was 6. It's always been 6 in my mind. 7. I mean, the sun comes down. By 7 sometimes.
Not anymore.
I don't know. Inflation on the sun.
Sunflation.
Yes.
All right, we ended the show with sunflation. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Shout out to Saratoga Pat chiming in. Emily's gonna be so mad at me. We'll see you back next week, same time, same channel, 11 a.m. right here on the Score 1260. Peace.